Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today is a big day, the CAF Champions League first qualifying round, and I have with me Mike the Pundit. How are you doing, Mike?
Very well, very well.
Mike, ahead of the CAF Champions League today, it's important to note that no Nigerian club has played in the group stage of the CAF Champions League since 2019 when Lobby Stars participated in the group stage. Um, Firstly, what do you think has been the reasons for such failure in CAF Champions League?
Lack of preparation, number one, and I also think that we do have some bit of inferiority complex. Not just the tactics now. I think the fearful factor is also there. I mean, you get to see the draws, and a certain Nigerian team is being paired with a North African side, and psychologically the players feel down already. They feel defeated already. And I also think that it's a reflection of our football where it is at this point in time. Football is not at that high level. Either you like it or not, either you want to sugarcoat it. Our football level in terms of players, quality of the coaches, I think still in the play because players move oftentimes.
Definitely.
So the coaches are still there. And speaking of the coaches too, they sometimes don't even have that refresher course and all of that. So one thing I would say is I'll just pick a little bit of the issues. If we stay here, this production might not end. So yes, there's so many issues, and the fact that quality players keeps on leaving oftentimes cannot keep our best legs. We also have issues with inferiority complex, fear factor. So many reasons in between why we're struggling.
Interestingly, you've stated so many issues. No time to dive into it. Like
Yeah.
you said, we will spend the whole day here. Do you think this year that is going to change?
Yeah, I do think so. It's going to change. Looking at the run of the two teams now, it's a case of Rangers. We have two teams, right?
Yeah.
Rangers and Remo Stars. Rangers are being favored in their own way. Favored, so to say. They play in Uyo, a little bit familiar terrain, but the positive side of that is that that team would have to play the second leg also in Uyo.
Yeah.
So, and I've also checked their next game, the second preliminary round, and I think they can actually go far. Speaking of going far, is where Remo Stars would have to face the side who are as far, which is really difficult. Now, for Remo Stars also, if they do skip past as far, I expect them to get in the group stage. So one thing is sure, either of the side should get into the group stage. I would not say would get to the group stage.
Okay. Let's stay with Remo Stars.
Right.
They've qualified for the for CAF competitions for 3 times. The first two, they failed to go beyond the first round. Does that affect them psychologically in this game today?
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. Football is a psychological game, and it depends on how you can switch on the psychology of this. The last two defeats, can you turn into victory? Can you turn the pains from the last two defeats? Can you turn into winning and getting into the next stage? And unfortunately, yes, I would use that word. Unfortunately, they face off against a side that gave them their first heartache on the continent, and that's us for Football Club. But one positive I keep on saying as per this fixture is that the last two times Real Masters were ousted in the competition, they played the second leg at home. Either you like it or not, it's not a typical MPFL games with the old fans watching. It is pressure upon pressure.
Definitely.
This time around, they play the first leg. As it stands, it's goalless. It's a different mentality from the players. The players know, oh, in the first leg, in the first time
Yeah.
in the Confederation Cup, they knew goalless would be enough. Were they playing to get a goalless draw? No, they were trying to push a lot to get the winner. But they were boom right in the stadium, and they considered a goal. So it's played in their head. For the second game, oh, 1-0 against Midima. All we need to do is to score 2-0. So you keep on looking at the time and you're thinking, oh, we need to do this. We're here to do it. For this game today, it's about 0-0. We just need to win first. And let's see what would happen in Morocco. It's different. So I think that can actually play out in their favor. But that being said, quality is really afar. You have to look into it. And quality in terms of the players, but quality also in terms of the two teams. As far when they met that period, finished second, same as Remo Stars. But next season, they did win the league. But Remo Stars fell short a little bit. Yeah. So they are, in terms of their progression in the league, they are side by side. Although one won the league, but
that's
one
is
now. Yeah, the two clubs, and one was pretty close. So that's where it comes in. And I think the first leg playing at home first can actually help them, and they will see what happens in Morocco.
Okay, definitely. Let's talk about Rangers International. They've had they're going to be having relatively easier fixtures. You know,
Yeah.
Zlemajo of Comoros. Mike, Coach Fidelis has come out and said, you know what, we're not playing against an underdog. These teams are not underdog. I don't believe in underdog. But whether he likes it or not, this is a relatively easy fixtures. But in the end, upsets. There's a why there's a word upset, and we've seen it a lot in football. What do you think Rangers have to do not to get that upset against the side?
Number one, they have to feel at home first. They need to feel
Feel
at
at
home.
home.
Either you like it or not. Oh, you're still in Nigeria. No, it's different. The connection, the energy from the fans. I don't know if you've been to the cathedral before. It's pretty closer to the fans, pretty close to the pitch. It's much more bigger. The number of fans they would get in you will not be compared to what they would cannot be compared to what they would get in Enugu. So first they need to feel at home. They need to exhibit that game like we are the home side. Of course, on paper, the fixture is an away fixture.
Definitely.
So yes, Rangers will have to do so much more. I was speaking to Fidelity Chiku now during the Coast City, one of the preseason tournaments, and he said that he needed to withdraw like 4 or 5 players of his usual starters in that preseason because of injuries. So which means some players are fresh, good enough, ready to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm thinking that they would be able to do it. Now the advantage, like I mentioned, is the fact that if you cannot do it in the first leg, you can do it in the second leg. The second leg is also still at home in Nigeria, and I expect the Accra United people to come along for them. I saw the CEO of the club had a conversation with Amobi, had a conversation with Paul Bassi of Accra United, so they can drop support for themselves and try to get it ongoing. So yeah, why not? I expect them. Yes, I do. In fact, I expect them to win the 2 games.
Okay.
2-0, 2-0.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good prediction. Big prediction. Mike made a prediction, and the last time I met him during CAF game, I will post that video.
So I can't remember my prediction.
Yeah, Bendel Assurance and
so
you predicted Bendel Assurance 2-0 win. I saw the video this morning. So let's in case you don't know, the 2 games will be held at Ikene Remo Star Stadium in Ikene and Uyo. So if you are in that city, Mike, what are your message to football fans?
It's simple. It's simple. I know there's a big game in European football, especially in the Premier League at the same time. But it's simple. You can always stream the European games, but it's always great pleasure to see a game live in a stadium. So why not? Why should you sit in your home or on your phone to see a game whereby you can see a game flesh to flesh, so to say? So yes, I'm urging them to please come out, support, and let's see how it goes for these Nigerian teams because they do need our support.
Definitely, they do need our support. So wherever you are, if you're in those 2 cities or within the areas, please make sure you make it a date. It's 4 p.m. Nigerian time. The CAF Champions League first qualifying round between
it's Rangers. 4 p.m. in Ikene, 3 p.m. in Uyo.
Okay, thank you for that correction. Mike, thanks for agreeing to do this with me.
Thank you.
I really
late notice. I need my parents.
So I wish at the end of today I will see this smile. This that your
I
will see this smile at the end of today, right? All right, now.
No, thank you.
All right, now. Till all the time. Bye and boom. Peace out.